everybody, it's Christine up today with a layout using the DoubleShot kit from the ScrapRoom. This is obviously a fall themed collection. I say obviously, but I'm assuming you can guess that just from the colors. So this is a fall themed collection from Carta, and Carta is always one of those companies that I look at their stuff and I think, it's pretty, but it doesn't like get me really excited. But then whenever I create with it, I end up loving what I create. So they're one of those companies that I've learned to trust that they will stretch me beyond my initial love of bright colors. So with all that said, I am going to be doing some paper tearing again. You know, this is a technique that I like to make use of quite a bit. And so I thought I would try and put it into this month's Jumpstart sketch from the ScrapRoom. Now, I have done 2 other layouts with this sketch. Both of those I did in lives over in the ScrapRoom group on Facebook. And I will make sure those get posted to my Instagram page as well, since I didn't do traditional videos for them. But what you can see is I am tearing, and my only real intention here is to get that white tear. So I'm tearing in a specific direction in order to be able to achieve that. I do initially think I'm going to use this plaid, but then I end up not using it because it just got a little bit too busy with the paper that I end up using for my borders. So let's go ahead and speed up and get to where I start putting this together more. Now, I ended up playing with several different papers to determine what I wanted on the borders, and I ended up liking this one the best. It's busy, but because my torn papers are pretty monochromatic, it still works. And so I'm going to build that out, and as I mentioned, you can see right now with that plaid, it's very busy. So I'm going to end up pulling that out and sticking with just the green and the mustard yellow and the maroon. And I am going to take that all the way down. Now, the sketch calls for a banner in the middle. Rather than stop, I am going to go all the way to the bottom of the paper. What I love about this collection is how perfectly it matches my kid's picture in this one. Now, this picture is a few years old, but fall colors I feel like can be a little tricky to match because sometimes the colors are brighter in the picture than they are in the more muted earthy tones that we get in collections. And this one just was perfect from the trees to the colors my kids were wearing. Just such a great compliment. So I'm glad I held on to this picture. Fun little story too behind it. I did hold on to it specifically because it's in one of my husband and I's very favorite spots to stop in the Adirondack Mountains. And so it's kind of special in that we took all the kids there to see that exact spot in the fall. And so I knew it needed something a little bit special for that layout, not just to get mixed in with a bunch of other less special places, I guess. You know, obviously it's all beautiful in the fall. But anyways, so I am assembling now. As you can see, I am tucking each piece underneath the piece above it. No measuring going on here. I measured them to be 7 inches wide, so they'll fit perfectly in there. But as far as measuring, like, did I get a perfect inch strip? I'm not worried about it. I just kind of eyeballed it as I went, and I'm putting that on there, and I'll kind of pull those up a little bit, but with the white tear, I don't have to worry about that too much. So the next thing to figure out is what I want to do towards the center of the layout. So I am going to make use of both this maroon paper again and that mustard golden yellow color plaid as well. So I'm going to tuck just a strip of that across. I'm going to mat my picture in white so that I can pop that up. And I'm also going to get a circle going on because the sketch does call for a circle. So again, you know, a pretty loose interpretation of the sketch really, but still, you know, gave me direction on where I was going and such. The reason I am popping up my picture, a couple things. Number one, with those tears, it's going to be hard to make it lay flat. And Number two, I just want it to have a little bit of lift off of the layout. So now you can see how I'm fitting that plaid in and the circle as well. And you can see how all of those kind of calm the background down and draw your eye in to see the picture. Pretty rare for you to see me use this many different patterns on one layout. Often my base will be just a solid white or a solid light gray or off-white cardstock, and then I build stuff into that. But today it was working, and so I didn't fight that. It's definitely a slightly different look than you're used to from me, though. You can see with that circle, I picked another pattern, and that one has flowers and different fall icons on it, but I liked the way the white popped against the picture there. Page kit does come with a 12 by 12 sticker sheet, so lots of embellishing options there. And I loved this big fall piece for my title, and so I added that in. Now, I also really love this quote. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. I know it's used quite a bit, but it's so true. I think that every October as I drive around looking at colors. And so I really wanted to incorporate that, especially, as I said, in a picture where the colors were at a special moment. So I popped that up with some foam tape, and then I am going to add some baker's twine there in a coordinating green, just to go up top. I'm going to add in some stickers to create some additional embellishing and cluster buildups. So I added in there fall is my favorite, and I'm going to tuck some floral stickers behind that, as well as popping up a pumpkin sticker in that area. And then I'm going to pull some leaf stickers as well in there over underneath my tag. And then I'm going to stop with that because there's a lot going on already. I do not need to just get sticker happy and start slapping them all over the place. So we're going to stop there and call it good. So this is, again, just a reminder, DoubleShot kit is a 2-page kit. It's an additional kit in addition to the Flavors of the Month kit, which has 4 pages. And it includes 2 other collections to play with each month, little bits and pieces of it to give you a feel for that new collection. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we will see you again next time.